Getting louder and louder over time. You may have to turn it down a little bit as it goes, but it's hard to be natural and, you know, be natural without the social cues of another person to let you know you're talking too loud. All right, thanks. Hey, everybody, I'm going to try to talk low. So it's not that I'm trying to sound impressive, it's that I've got one of those voices that's really loud. And I just got these new earphones and they seem to be overpowering. Yet when I try to use my phone without some sort of mic, it's drowned it out. So I've been questioning and praying about things this week because I found myself really with no fellowship in the truth community because of my beliefs. And by the way, this is Red. I figured you knew that because you clicked on the video, right? I don't know why we feel the need to introduce ourselves all the time. Like, probably because we're talking to nothing. All right, anyway, back to this before I get sidetracked, which is easy nowadays. All right, there is so much going on right now. It is mind-blowing. I have found myself recently in all the Christian communities finding myself without being able to find fellowship and get into conversations and discussions and even be accepted, really, for what I believe. Recently, especially, and it's because I have been a researcher in the truth community way before I was a true believer. It's what led me to my true belief, was searching for the truth. And it led me to this. And this has expanded on that. And the stuff that I talk about with the numbers I see, I can't tell y'all how a lot of times I feel like I can't really get on here and make videos anymore about what I see coming and what I see actually happening behind the scenes, because it has really gotten to the level that I'm at that so much is happening and it's happening so fast and it's getting really spooky. And I don't mean spooky for believers, I mean spooky for this world. The thought of being on this world during this. That I have two fears. For one, I don't want to bring anyone down. So I don't want to share something that nobody wants to see or hear. Yet I'm not a preacher. I'm not a Bible teacher. I know the Bible, and it helps me in my journey and brought me to a point to where I want it to help others, because I believe this is a personal journey and we love each other along the way. And there's so much happening right now, it's scary. And I would like to show y'all some stuff tonight just that I see in symbology, so y'all understand why I see the things I see sometimes when I say them. If you hear me say them in conversation or in comments or in private comments, because I know there's not a lot of people that watch this channel. I realize there's only a handful. And there's, less than that I'm in conversation with in the comments. Way less than that. So none of this is in a fashion to where I really even think anyone's listening now, but I think it would really be beneficial after the rapture for someone to find a believer on YouTube that can put some of the conflict that they're going to find arise inside themselves when they start finding out the truth, because the deception is going to be so overwhelming and the truth is going to be so vivid to people that believe. And it's going to be a crisis of faith, and a crisis of faith, could make things a lot more painful, on the way to their ultimate end, whatever that may be. And as we know in Revelation, it leads us to ascertain that's by beheading. So, like, I can't really get into a lot of the things I see coming, and I think they'd be beneficial for the people coming to link everything together that I see. But the only thing I can really do that is to find some kind of fellowship with my own people, the people that believe with me while I'm doing it, to help me figure out what to share. Because I don't hold all the discernment in the world, and I don't really know what's needed amongst people that are just coming out of church. I'm not in the world anymore. I'm into research. And I have been stuck in research because I can't drive. I live in the woods, and it's been that way a long time. And it's been a blessing, but it has been lonely. And we're at the point now to where it's for real. And I want to tell y'all about a little of that tonight to give you an idea of some of the truth stuff I'm talking about, to help you understand, how I see certain things or understand certain things, or things that I found out through research. There's a lot of stuff that I have learned a long time ago that a lot of people are just finding out now. And I'm obviously not going to do a video on that type of stuff out of my own fruition, because, I'm just not going to think of it. And everything is relative. So to me, I'm where I'm at, just like you're where you're at, if that makes sense. And it would be helpful to come up with, if anyone did want me to try to explain what I've found through research to actually to be true, what seems to be speculation, what seems to be true yet is still speculation. I'll be as honest with you as I can on what I found. A lot of this stuff don't even exist anymore. I've been doing this so long. I've been doing this a long, long time. Way before many, many watchmen. And I've done it through fleshly eyes, and I've done it through spiritual eyes. And it is a whole different thing. And the rapture is fixing to happen. I'll leave with this since I'm here. This come out in January, that Russia was developing this weapon. It's an EMP that takes out the satellites and kills the grid. All right. There are many, many videos going around saying it's done. It's completely done. And I know from my own research, once they announce it, it's already been done. It's already been perfected, done. It's in a box. It's waiting to be used. And I can already tell you that there's numerology in this, just with a little bit I see. And I've not read the whole story as far as this story, but I can see the numerology. There's just in this story and the numbers here. All right, let's start here. The rapture's fixing to happen. People are seeing stuff like this in the sky. What is this? I don't know. Is it a drone? I ain't never seen a drone that big. They say this thing was like the size of the moon. Is it blue beam? I don't know. Is it a dragon? I don't know. Is it a demon? I don't know. But all I do know is it's something that I've never seen, and I can't find anything wrong with it upon, further inspection. I've really looked at this thing and done all the research I can on it so far. I just found out about it this afternoon, so may find out more later. I'll let you know. There's some other stuff I found that's been mind-blowing that I haven't had time to research, but there's so much happening right now. Russia making that weapon, me seeing this. There's a lot of things that I haven't said that God has given me over the years, because I'm not one of them people to claim I got a word from God, because I believe this is a personal journey between me and Him. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a prophet. So I have too much fear of God to say I got a word from God for anyone else publicly. But we've gotten to the point to where I feel like I need to share what I got privately. And I have in certain places. I don't know if I have in the past on this channel, but I know I have in my testimony and other places throughout the past. But God gave me a long time ago when I was having a lot of fear about the end, because I was really scared about all the electricity going out and us being stuck here. And I got a total peace all of a sudden that the EMP is the rapture. There's a lot of reasons I believe that now. Just through research, I've gotten so much confirmation, and 2 or 3 witnesses is all you need. But I'm going to give you an idea of just some of the stuff I've seen just, since I've been home from the doctor this afternoon. I've got a lot of health stuff going on, so I have been busy too. All right, everybody's seen this. This is the Blue Origin patch that, of course, has the Baphomet in it. Everybody sees that. What the obvious question no one asks is, why is this spaceship the one they chose to put on a Blue Origin patch that we all know what the Blue Origin looks like, and it's supposed to look like that because that's what it's meant to be. So that tells you what type of ritual this is. This is a fertility ritual. This was a ritual. This was all. I've seen some bloopers, man. Call for an Uprising's got a funny video that I watched today that had some awesome bloopers in it, man. It was funny. But just what's in this patch. This upside down is not only the Baphomet. This is the female reproductive system. This is the womb. This is the womb. This is the, right here in the middle, the 8-pointed star. That, I believe, is a fertilized egg. From what I see here, this, of course, would be a 9-pointed star, or some people call it egg. Also looks like something else, but it's got a dot in the middle with a void. Well, that in esoteric terms is, it means a creation out of nothingness, out of emptiness, out of a void. It's a true creation, like a conception. Over here, you got what I believe to be, with what I see here, Jacob's star, the one that's supposed to explode at any moment and hasn't yet, and they're wondering why. I think because it may be the rapture. May happen as a result. It connected to it, I don't know. But it's connected to this, so it's not far away. See how these things go up into this? That's an 8-pointed star. That right there is the man himself. That would be him on this world. The beast, the Antichrist, Satan himself. It can be viewed in several different ways. With this, I believe it's the Antichrist, because this is definitely the Baphomet. This what this country worships. This is what the Western world worships as a whole. So if he comes out of the Western world, he will worship this Baphomet as well. And most of these gods stand for some sort of secret they have. For instance, the sex magical ritual. What a lot didn't realize, I'm trying to find a connection here with this IESN, which there's so many acronyms with that, but I believe it's connected somehow. All right, this is a true Baphomet. It's a womb. We've also got a scales up in the corner here. Judgment. It's upside down too, so as above, so below. Here, this is Blue Origin, obviously. I mean, look at it. That's the Blue Origin capsule. I can't see it as being nothing else, unless we see something else shaped like that. Kind of long. This, to me, I'll show you the reason they use this symbolism everywhere, especially with space. Space is a fertility rituals, nothing but anyway. This is proof they use it in space. Have y'all seen this? It's the same thing. It's built that way for a reason. Back to this. All right, what a lot of people didn't see in this is, if you flip it the other way, which I don't, let's see if I can do it here. Let's flip it back around like it's supposed to be. All right, Save. Okay. Flip it back around where it's supposed to be. It's also a phallus with the legs. Or these could be the legs out here, but that's definitely a phallus. Got your goddesses, 6 goddesses over here to the side. 6s everywhere. And, all the rituals that are going on. So you've got a whole birth ritual going on here. And like I told you, the esoteric meaning of that 9-pointed star in the esoteric terms, a lot of people don't know because it's not very commonly talked about. A state of unity, emptiness, or absence of direction. It can symbolize interconnectedness of all things, the boundless potential of the universe or space before creation, depending on specific interpretation. The absence of it all has to do with creation. The Abraham Lincoln took over for the Truman today. Truman, that ended World War II. Here we go for round 3. Was taken by the Abraham Lincoln on the same day that Abraham Lincoln was assassinated in history, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see here. I may be wrong about that. Date of Lincoln's assassination. Oh, darn. I forgot. I turned off my airplane mode. Sorry. If I get a text message, I tried to stop them. My wife's at work, so she may text me. And there it is. She don't know anybody's watching, so no telling what you'll see. No, April 14th. Today is the day. Or this weekend was today. Yeah, no, yesterday was the day, and it arrived yesterday, so it arrived there the same day the president was deleted. Let's see here. All right, that's connected with Trump. There's also 8s all over there. The commander was changed out on the Abraham Lincoln today because it's taking on a new mission, apparently, or time, or whatever. The commander's name is Daniel Kane. How about that one? Along with Paula White Kane in the White House. Well, anyway, this connects to Trump as well. Everything around Trump, it really looks like at some point he's going down. Whether he's coming back or not, I don't know. I personally think he's Nebuchadnezzar representing that, and he's not coming back. But who knows? He's best friends with Musk, and if I'm sure they can raise the dead by this point. The question is, what are they raising? I don't know if it's an actual being that we would call human. But anyway, this is a short video to tell you, believe the gospel now. 1 Corinthians 15, 1-4, that Jesus died on the cross for our sins. He was buried, and he resurrected on the 3rd day. Not Easter. That is the day that matters, that proved that he was God and is God, and he's alive, and he's here right now. You've just got to believe. Once you believe, a lot of the fog lifts. You instinctively start to realize what's true and not true at a deeper level. Not necessarily what's in the news, but at a deeper level. You can find the truth in the news, and it's not there right now. I've never seen propaganda like I have since this man's been elected, and never like I have in the last month, and never like I have in the last week. That's birth pains at a tacos rate or tachometer or revving up. So, all right. Like I say, put in the comments if y'all can think of anything that you're interested in. I mean, I'm not requiring you to come back and watch it, but anything that you're interested in or have heard about that may be interesting to do a 10, 20, 30 minute up to an hour video if I need to about it. Or more. I mean, it depends on what the need is and how much I feel it is needed, through prayer and discernment.
All right. Thank you.
Talk to you later. Bye.